stream. And we will start our discussion by... Hi JM, welcome to our class. Again, so good afternoon everyone. Medyo hindi pa naman, ayan, start tayo again. Ayan, JM Sanuan. So, first, we discussed about our previous topic, kung ano yung mga natutunan nyo within first, second, and third week of our class. And then, kindly answer this pretest for 5 minutes later on na lang kasi medyo nasayang yung oras natin sa internet interruption ni ma'am. Connection ni ma'am na nag-disconnect. So, hindi siya connection. Disconnection siya. Ayan. So, pakisagutan to mamaya. Sa tuwing magsasagot kayo ng module, please be reminded na uunahin niyo yung pretest para talagang totoong na-evaluate niyo yung sarili niyo. So, by the way, again, I will be your teacher for this afternoon. I am Teacher Diane Cipriano. For our tips and reminders, ayan, na-discuss na din yan ni Ma'am a while ago. Credits to the writer of this module, and our objectives is to identify the nth term, determine geometric means, and define the sum of the infinite and infinite geometric means. So, medyo inulit ko lang kasi nag-interrupt yung recordings natin. But then, we will continue it in this slide, which is the chain text messaging. So, why chain text messaging is one of the example of a geometric means and series. Sino ba dito nakakaalam ng kung ano yung chain message? Sige nga, bigyan nga ako ng ideya kung ano yung chain message. Kung ano yung naisip nyo pag naririnig nyo yung salitang chain message. Uso pa ba yun sa, sa generation nyo? Kasi dati sa amin nauso yun eh. Sa generation namin. Hindi ko sure kung sa generation nyo, uso rin siya. Sige nga. Open your mic, Jairo Ang, dahil first time mo umattend. Sige. Jairo Ang, open your mic, please. Wala ba? Ay, ngayon lang kita tatawagin, ha? Ikaw, Yes, Carlo, thank you so much. Yun yung tuloy-tuloy na chat or tuloy-tuloy na message na pag sinabi, seswertihin ka ngayong hapon, ipasa mo to sa 10 para magkatotoo. Ayan. So, yun yung mga samples ng chain messages natin. And also, ayan. So, in this example, chain text message operates the same way as chain letters. As one such chain text requires the recipient to send the message to 3 other people within the R. To 3 people within the R. If the chain text message started at 7 a.m. with one recipient, after 1 hour, the recipient had to send it to 3 other people. At 9 a.m., the 3 people had to send the chain text to another 3 people, each that is 9 recipient. Nakuha niyo ba yun? Pinasa sa 3, pinasa ulit ng 3, pinasa na naman ng 3. And again, within an hour, the 9 recipient are required to send the chain text message to 3 people, each recipient that is 27. So, nagkakaroon siya ng sequence and patterns. The process will repeat again and again, respectively. The above scenario illustrates a geometric sequence. In this learning module, you will know more about geometric means and series and how the concept is utilized in our daily lives. So let's have a short review about our discussion last time, which is the common ratio, which is equivalent, common ratio is equivalent to second term divided by the first term, or third term divided by second, fourth term divided by third. So let's try to answer this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 samples. Sige nga. Who can help me to answer in number 1? Na-discuss na natin yan. How? I'll give you an example. Sige muna. So, for our common ratio, ayan, for our common ratio, it is B over A. So, for our number 1, We have 12, 144, 1728. To know the common ratio of this sequence, you need to divide 144 divide 12. 144 divide 12. What is the answer?
12.
Kaninong mic yon? Thank
Sa
you
akin
so
po.
much. Sino yung sa akin? Di ko nakita ulit. Name.
Biel.
Okay, Biel. Thank you so much. So, 144 divide 12 is... 144 divide 12 is 12, right? How about 178 divide 144? What is the answer?
12.
Okay, 12 also, meaning the common ratio of this sequence is 12. Diba? Ganun lang ka-easy on how to identify the common ratio. How about for number 2? What is the common ratio? Number 2. Ano ang common ratio sa number 2? Open your mic,
10
please,
po.
and help me to answer. Yes, Samuel Kobe, thank you so much. Yes, Bell, thank you so much. It is 10. Why? 20 divided by 2 is 10. 200 divided by 20 is 10. 2,000 divided by 200 is 10. Pag nakakakuha kayo ng common ratio, we can conclude na siya ay geometric sequence. And so on and so the like. How about number 3? 9 divided negative 3. Okay, very good. Very good, Samuel. Very good, Biel. Ayan. So, 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. Negative 27 divided by 9 is negative 3. 81 divided by negative 27 is negative 3. Meaning, the common ratio for this 1, 2, 3 is 12, 10, negative 3 respectively. Okay, you can continue answering this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sa bahay nyo later para ma-practice nyo kung paano nga ba makuha um, yung common ratio. Okay. So, just a hint, just a simple question. If you still remember how to write whole number in exponential form. Whole numbers can be expressed in standard form, in factor form, or in exponential form. Exponential notation makes it easier to write a number as a factor repeatedly. A number written in exponential form is a base raised on an exponent. The exponents tell us how many times the base is used as a factor. So let's try to answer this very easy activity number 1, letters A to F. So the problem is, what are the first term of a geometric sequence whose term is 2 and ratio is 3? So ang ratio daw niya ay 3 at ang first term ay 2. Kailangan mo daw malaman or makuha kung ano yung first 5 terms. So given this table, hindi pa naman yung question. So ang first term mo daw ay 2 at ang ratio mo daw ay 3. We discussed to get the common ratio na discuss natin kanina lang, na-review yung kanina, na para makuha yung common ratio, you need to divide the second term you need to divide the first term from the second term. So since division, ang reverse operation niya is multiplication. Para makuha mo naman yung second number, you need to multiply 2 and 3. 2 times 3, 6. 6 times 3, 18. 18 times 3, 54. 54 times 3, 162, and so on and so forth. So for A, B, C, D, E, and F, let's try to answer it bago tayo mag-discuss. So for our letter A, the two ways of writing the terms. What does 2 represent? Nagiging anong part siya ng multiplication? Multiplier or multiplicand? Yung number to. Sige. Naalala mo pa rin yung multiplier and multiplicand? Then the answer is product. Balik ko lang po. Chat, balik lang po ako. Okay. Kaya noted. So, this part is our multiplier. Or kung siya yung nag-remain, and then the multiplicand, siya yung times o dami ng multiply mo yung iyong multiplier. For letter B, for any consecutive term, what does 3 represent? Ano daw ba yung 3 natin? Yung 3 ang ating ratio. For letter C, what is the relationship between the exponent and the position of the term? Tingnan niyo itong mabuti. Tingnan niyo ito ha. Ano daw, what's the relationship between, letter number C. Letter C. Ayan, for our letter C, what relationship between the exponent of 3, yun ha. Nakikita niyo ba yung presentation ko, yung cursor, nakikita niyo? Kasi ako tinuturo.
Wala nga.
Tap na. Wala akong presentation?
Wala po, ma'am.
Wala pa po kanina pa.
Ang galing. Okay. So, pero anyways, ngayon lang naman importante yung presentation. Okay na din. Kasi ito yung meron ng question and answers si ma'am. Ayan. So, ayan yung presenting ko. Ayun. Siguro naman, di nakikita
Yun,
na.
nakita na, ma'am. Nakita na po.
Okay. Thank you so much. Di kayo nagre-react pa. Salita ko ng salita. Gigil niyo si mama. Ayan. So, for our activity number 1, ayan na. What is the first 5 terms? Ang question natin. First term is 2 and then the ratio is 3. Ayan. So, since ratio niya ay 3, multiply mo lang yung first term para makuha mo yung second term. 2 times 3, 6. 6 times 3, 18. 18 times 3, 54. 54 times 3, 162. Okay. So, ano naman kaya ang magiging 6 term? Sige nga, pakihelp na ako. 162 times 3.
486.
486. Thank you so much. So, ito yung naging question ni ma'am kanina. Nag-stop tayo sa letter C. Number C na naman sabihin ko. Letter C. Ayan. So, in exponential form, yung 3 daw, meron siyang exponent na 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, the position of the terms is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anong mapapansin nyo dito sa exponent at dito sa term? Anong napapansin nyo? Yung 0, sa first term, ang exponent niya 0, pero sa first term siya. Ang exponent niya 1, pero sa second term siya. Ang exponent niya 3, pero sa fourth term siya. Ang exponent niya 4, pero sa fifth term siya. Ano kaya? Anong napapansin nyo? Nadadagdagan ba? Nababawasan ba? Nagmumultiply ba? Or ano?
Nag-multiply po.
Parang n-1, ma'am.
Very good. Exactly. Thank you so much. Ayan. So, nagiging n-1. Ma'am, bakit? Anong ibig sabihin ni Bell sa n-1? Di ba yung 0? Ayan. Yung 0, nasa first term siya. So, ibig sabihin, nababawasan ng isa. Pag ngayon, ang kukuhanin mo naman ay pang 6th term. Ano ngayon yung exponent ng 3?
5.
5, Carlo. Thank you so much. Pag 7 yung term, pang 7th yung term, ano yung exponent ng 3?
6, ma'am.
6, Jana. Thank you so much. Pag ang term ng term ay 25, anong magiging exponent ng 3?
24.
24, Marco. Thank you so much. So, yun yung sinasabi na n-1. For letter D question, letter D na pala yun. Yung position term n-1, yan. For letter E, okay. So for letter E, yun yung n-1. Dito is, ang tanong lang pala dito, anong relationship ng first term doon? So napapansin nyo na first term ay 0 nga yung nagiging exponent niya. Dito yung n-1, if the position of the term is n, what is the exponent of 3? So magiging 3, n-1. 3 exponent n-1. And for this letter E and letter F question, as easy as ano daw yung AN? AN represents as the nth term. AN. Pag sinabi natin AN, it represents as nth term. And for letter F, in general, the first term of a is A1 and then the common ratio is R. What is the nth term? Kabaliktaran nito. Ang AN, representation lang tinutukoy ni Ma'am dito Ang AN, nth term. So, ang nth term is A sub N. Okay? So, let's proceed with the meaning of geometric sequence. Can you please help me to read? Gyro ang. Sige, mukhang nag-reconnect ka naman na. I-call natin to gyro ang geometric sequence.
Ma'am, ano po? Yan lang, ma'am.
Pakibasa lang, please.
Geometric sequence. Recall. A geometric sequence is a set of terms in which each term after the first is obtained by multiplying the preceding term by the same fixed number called the common ratio, which is commonly represented by R.
Okay, thank you so much. So, ito lang yung basic explanation niya. Same rin kung paano natin i-represent sa arithmetic sequence, which is A sub n is the nth term, A sub 1 is the first term, R is the common ratio, and n is the number of terms. Giving and having the formula A sub n is equal to A sub 1 multiplied by R, having the exponent of n minus 1. Okay, so yan yung isa sa mga formula na kailangan nating tandaan, which R is not equal to 0. So let's try to answer this example number 1 and example number 2 on the board. Nakikita ba yung ano ni ma'am? Tawag dito. Okay, presentation. Ayan. So, for our example number 1, sasagutin ni ma'am to example number 1 and number 2, and you will try to answer on your paper, your example, our example number 3, 4, 5, and so on. Kindly prepare any piece of paper or your whiteboard or your marker. Ayan. Paki-prepare mamaya kasi magkakaroon tayo ulit ng oral, answering, and you will present it on the class. So for our example number 1, dito na. Yes, please. Ayan. So for our example number 1, find the first 5 terms. So ang hinahanap ay yung 5 terms. Sequence whose first term is 2, which is the A sub 1 is 2, and the ratio is negative 3. Ayan. So, paano natin yan? Nakikita yung board? Nakikita ba? So, paano natin yan masasagot? We have to use the formula A sub n is equal to A sub 1 multiplied by the ratio n minus 1. Okay? So, let's try. Meron na tayong first term So, sasagutan na lang natin is yung 2, second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term. So, for our second term, ayan. So, for our second term, we have A sub 2 kasi we're looking for the second term. Okay? And multiplied by the first term. Ano yung first term mo? 2. Ano yung ratio mo? Negative 3. ano yung n mo. Yung n mo is yung term din. Kung pang ilang term siya. We have 2 minus 1. Nakuha yon? Very easy. And we have, ito na lang ni ma'am, 2 times negative 3 raised to 1. Kasi 2 minus 1 is 1. Raised to 1 lang, so pwede hindi na natin ilagay. The answer is negative 6. So our second term is negative 6. Super easy. Or, we can use yung ginawa natin kanina dito na minultiply lang natin siya by the ratio. So we have here, pinakita lang ni ma'am kung paano gamitin itong formula, but we can also compute it manually. So since ito yung first term, ayan yung first term, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Next, first term natin is 2. Second term natin is negative 6. Ano yung third term natin?
Positive 18.
Positive 18. Why? We have negative 6 and negative 3. It is positive 18. Ano ang fourth term natin?
Negative 45. 54 pala, 50.
Positive or negative, Marco?
Negative po.
Negative po. Thank you so much. Negative 54. Ma'am, bakit? Paano nila nalalaman yun? Ang galing naman nila sa math. As easy as 2 times negative 3, negative 6. Negative 6 times negative 3, positive 18. Positive 18 times negative 3, negative 54. Negative 54 times negative 3. What is the answer?
Positive 162.
Positive 162. Ang galing. Nakikita niyo sa Mojo. Yay! Ayan. So, the first 5 terms is 2, negative 6, 18, negative 54, and 162. Nakablank kasi. Ano daw? Nakablank kasi, ma'am. Okay. So, for our solution number 2. For our example number 2. Ayan na. Nasagot na natin yung example number 1. So, for our example number 2, the question is, find the ratio or find the R of the 3 terms of the next 3 terms of the geometric sequence 15, 15 over 2, 15 over 4, and 15 over 8. Ayan, sinagot na po tayo ni General Mala. Again. So to find the answer, we need to divide 15 over 2 divide by 15. So ito yan. Ito na yung ginamit dito. Second and third and second term. 15 divided by 4, 15 over 4 divided by 15 over 20 is also equal to 15 over 4 multiplied by 2 over 5. Ma'am, bakit? Change the operation to multiplication and find its reciprocal. So, ang reciprocal ng 15 over 2 is 2 over 5. And then, continue, proceed to multiplication. Pwedeng i-cancel yung 15, magiging 1, 1. So, 1 times 2 is equal to 2. 4 times 1 is equal to 4. Or we have 2 fourth. 2 fourth in lowest term is 1 half. Okay, so our ratio is equal to 1 half. How about to find the next 3 terms? Multiply each successive term by 1 half. So, para malaman mo pa yung mga susunod dito, ang mapapansin mo lang ay kailangan mo lang siyang multiply by 1 half. So, I will look for the 5th term. Ayan. So, our 4th term is 15 and 8. 15 over 8. Multiplied now by 1 half, we have 15 over 16. Right? How about the next term? 6th term. Pakitulungan na nga ako. Ano ang 6th term? So, ito ay ating 5th term. Sixth term is 15 over 32. How about the seventh term? 15 over 64. Thank you, John Bell. How about our eighth term? Our eighth term. Naglag na. Hindi na kaya mag-multiply sa 2. I-multiply nyo lang naman sa 2 yung denominator. Kasi 15 naman yung numerator. Kasi times 1 lang naman. So we have 15 over 128. Bakit hindi ka lagi sigurado sa sagot mo, Carlo Marco? Puro may question mark. Tama naman yung sagot mo. Sabi, 15 over 128. Kasi may question mark eh. Ayan. 15 over 128. Thank you so much. So, nagkakaintindihan naman pala tayo. Let's proceed with our geometric mean. Ayan. This is very easy. Sobrang easy. Parang easy as 1, 2, 3 lang. Napakadali ng math 10, no? Grabe. Tapos pinapadali pa lalo ni Ma'am Dayan. Ay, naku, wala na ako talagang masabi. So, for our geometric mean, a geometric mean is the term between any two terms of a geometric sequence. The geometric mean between any two positive numbers A and B is the square root of their product. To get the positive geometric mean, the formula is the square root of A and B. For the negative geometric mean, it is negative square root of A and the product of A and B, and then negate it, or the negation of the product. So for our example number 4, find the positive geometric mean of the following. Napaka-easy. Para makita mo daw, malaman mo yung geometric means ng A and B. All you need to do is just to use square root of A and B. Ano ba yung A mo? 4. Ano ba yung B mo? 16. So we have here, geometric mean is equal to 4 times 16. Square root of 4 times 16 is 64. Square root of 64 is 8. Next, 60 and 15. 60 times 15, 900. Square root of 900 is 30. Therefore, the geometric mean between 4 and 16 is 8. And then the geometric mean of 60 and 15 is 30. Question with that. Meron po bang tanong? Mukhang wala naman. So let's proceed with the next example. So example number 5 is to insert 3 geometric means between 2 and 16. So magpapasok daw kayo ng 3 geometric means sa loob ng 2 and 162. So we need to have 3 lines inside 2 and 1 between 2 and 162. So, para makuha nyo yung geometric mean nitong dalawa, ma'am, paano yun? Kanina sabi nyo, i-divide lang, ay mamultiply lang kasi square root lang, makukuha na yung gitna. So, ganun pa din. You need to find, first, we find the geometric mean between 162 and 2. So, dito mapupunta yung sagot nyo kasi ito yung between nila. So, 2 times 162 is 324. The square root of 324 is 18. So, mapupunta si 18 sa gitna. Kasi, siya yung middle ng 2 and 162. Okay, next. Now, we have 2 space 18 space 162. We can now find the geometric mean between 2 and 18. Siguro naman sanay na kayo paano mag-square root, no? Nasa fourth year na kayo kung tutuusin. So 2 times 18 is the square root of 36. The square root of 36 is 6. So we now have 2, 6, 18 space 162. The geometric mean between 18 and 162. Ganun lang ulit. We need to multiply 18 by 162. The product is 2,916. 2,916. Pag kinumpute mo yung square root niyan, the answer is 54. Napaka-easy. Paano po ba kuhanin yung square root? O 54 times 54 mo. Ang sagot niyan, 2,916. Square root is the product of the same number. Tignan mo to, 6. 6 times 6, 36. So, square root of 36 is 6. This one. 18 times 18, 324. The square root of 324 is 80. Therefore, we have the geometric sequence 2, 6, 18, 54, and 162. Kindly press 1 kung naintindihan po. Kindly press 2 kung very basic. Press 2 kung very basic. Okay, very good. Let's proceed with the next slide. So, I will just read it. Geometric series and to find the sum. Ito na yung third objective natin. So, for our first objective, tingnan natin kung na-meet na natin. Identify the nth term. Yes, check. Nalaman na natin na kung paano mag-identify ng nth term or yung next term lagi. Letter B is to determine the geometric means. Yes, na-answer na rin natin. Ganun lang. Multiply A and B and then the square root of it. Now, for our third objective is to find the sum of the given finite and infinite sequence. So, doon na tayo. Mag-proceed. So, the formula in finding, let's read it first. A frog lips, pag sinabing lips, ano ba yung lips? Tumalon, jump, ayan, nag-hum 3/2 of the previous drum. If the frog's first lip is 27 centimeter, find the distance the frog has covered after 5 lips. This is the problem that can be solved using the geometric series. The sum of the terms of the geometric sequence is called geometric series. It is denoted by sum of the terms in symbols, or a sub 1 plus a sub 1 r raised to 1, and so on like. So we will just focus on the formula, such as the sum of the n is equal to a sub 1 multiplied by 1 minus r exponent n over 1 minus r, or vice versa, pinagpalit lang yung dalawang r na punta lang sa una. Mas para positive yung maging sagot. A sub 1 is equal to S sub n is equal to a sub 1 multiplied by r exponent n minus 1 over r minus 1. Mas maintindihan niyo yan yung paggamit ng formula na yan on our next example. So, for our example number 6 is to find the sum of the first 5 terms of the geometric sequence 2, 8, 32, and 1, 2, 8. Given that our first term is 2, ayan, nakita niyo naman, 2 ang unang term. Our r is 8/2. Ma'am, paano po naging 8/2 yung r? Uulitin po ni ma'am, para makuha yung common ratio o yung r, you need to divide b over a. So we have 8 divide 2 is equal to 4. And our n term natin ay 5. Kasi 5 pang 5 term o pang 5th term yung hinahanap. So, ginamit tong formula na to para positive. Ayan. So, S sub 5 or pang 5th term summation nila is equal to A sub 1, which is 2. Ayan, nakita nyo naman. Ayan, 2. Sinabstitute lang. R ay 4. And N is 5. Nakuha to. Minus 1. Over, ano ang R natin? 4 minus 1. And, proceeding, 4 raised to 5 is 1,024 minus 1 over 3. So, minus 1, 1,024 minus 1 is 1,023. 2 times 1,023 over 3. And 2 times 1,023 is 2,046. 2,046 times 3 over 3 is 682. Meaning, pag inad mo daw yung 5 terms, ang sagot ay 682. Ma'am, ganun lang. Ang dali naman po. Try natin siya manually. 2, 8, 32, 128. Ano ang ika-fifth term? Sige nga, please help me. 2, 8, 32, 128. Ano ang ika-fifth term? 4 lang kasi yan eh.
512.
4 yan. 512. Paano mo nakuha yung 512, Biel?
Ano ma'am, kinuha ko po muna yung common ratio.
Okay, ano ang common
Tapos
ratio?
multiply ko po sa last term.
Ano yung common ratio?
4 po.
Okay, 4 times 128 last term is equal to? What's your answer?
512. 512.
512. So, let's see and let's check. Pag inad ba yung 5 terms na yon, 682 ba ang lalabas? So, we have 512. Sige nga, pakitulungan ako. Plus 128 plus 32 plus 8 plus 2. Do we have 682? Tama ba? Same ba? 682?
Opo.
2 plus 8 plus 32 plus 128 plus 512 is 682. So, kahit hindi mo siya i-compute mano-mano, o kahit anong gusto mo, saan ka mas nadadalian, you can use the formula or you can compute it manually, you will get the same answer. So, yun yung pagsagot na, yun yung pagkuha ng sum ng finite or sinasabi natin, ano nga yung finite? May katapusan na geometric sequence and then the infinite is yung walang katapusan geometric sequence. Series, sorry. So, the sum of the infinite geometric series is given as sum of the infinite is equal to a sub 1 minus r, where absolute value of r is less than 1. Pag less than 1 daw, we can compute the infinite geometric sequence. Yung ratio niya ha, pag less than 1. But if not, we cannot use this formula. Okay. Determine whether the geometric sequence converge. So 1 plus 1 over 10 plus 1 over 100 plus 1 over 1,000. The ratio is 1 over 10. Ma'am, bakit? O, di ganun ulit. 1 over 10 divided by 1. The answer is 1 over 10. So, it is less than 1. So, we can use that formula. Because the absolute value of r is less than 1. For number 2, ang ating ratio is 1/2. Ma'am, bakit? Kasi negative 4 divided by 8 is negative 1/2. Less than 1 pa rin siya. So, yes, we can use this formula. And for letter C, it is no because the r is 2. Therefore, the absolute value of r is greater than 1. Mas malaki na siya sa 1. So, we cannot use the formula. And thus, that series doesn't converge. So, let's try to answer this. Find the sum of each infinite geometric sequence. Kanina, using the formula, na-compute natin kung paano makuha yung sum ng finite geometric sequence. Ngayon, kung paano naman makuha yung sum ng infinite geometric sequence. So let's try and let's see and let's proceed. So for our letter A, we have 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8 plus many more. We can use this formula kasi yung ratio niya is like less than 1. So how was that? Nakikita naman, no? Ito na rin kasi yung solution eh. Kaya hindi na ni Mami susulat sa board. Okay, wait lang. 1 minute. Ayan. A sub 1, formula yan, over 1 minus R. Ano ba ang yung A sub 1? Ang A sub 1 mo lagi ay first term. So we have 1/2 minus 1. 1, constant, minus, ang yung R. Ang yung R ay 1/2 din. Ma'am, bakit? 1/4 divided by 1/2 is 1/2. So we have here 1/2 divided by 1/2 is equal to 1. Therefore, the sum of this infinite geometric sequence is 1. Nakuha po ba yun? Press 1 kung naintindihan. Press 2 kung kailangan pong ulitin ni ma'am. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Very easy. For our letter B example, we have 2, 2/3, 2/9, 2/7, 27, and infinite. Same formula. Infinite S is equal to A sub 1 over 1 minus R. Ang ating A sub 1 is 2 over 1 constant minus our R. Ma'am, paano nakuha yung R? Paano nakuha yung R? So we have, paano nakuha yung R? We have 2/3 over 2. 2/3 over 2. Ganun lang. Ulit-ulit lang tayo. Ratio. Ratio lang yan. Okay? 2/3 over 2 is equal to 2/3 times 1/2. So we have 1, 1, we have 1/3. So the common ratio is 1/3. Ayan, kaya ginawa na tong 1/3. So ganun din. 2 over 1 minus 1/3 is 2/3. 2 over 2/3 is equal to 3. Ma'am, paano naging 3? Tulungan mo naman ako. Hindi ko po yun maintindihan. So, kaya yan naging 3. Erase na naman yan. Kaya yan naging 3 is as easy as 2 over 2/3 is equal also to 2 times 3/2. Okay. So, cancel. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. Therefore, the sum of this geometric infinite sequence series is 3. Press 1 kung naintindihan. Press 2 kung uulitin po ni ma'am. Okay, thank you so much sa mga nagpe-press 1. For our example number 9, show the repeating decimals 0.6 is equal to 2/3. Ipakita daw natin na yung 0.6 is equal to 2/3. How? So 0.6 is equal to 0.66666 is equal to 6/10 plus 6/100 plus 6/1000 plus 6/10,000 plus 6/100,000 kasi nga infinite siya or hindi siya natatapos. Such as our A sub 1 is equal to 6/10 and our R is equal to 1/10. Ipakita lang daw natin na equal itong dalawa using the formula of finding the sum of each infinite geometric sequence. So, R natin is less than 1. So, pwede natin gamitin yan, is met. So, we can use the formula to find the sum. Ito yung formula. So, we have here 6/10, kasi yun yung ating first term, minus 1 minus ating ratio is 1/10, is equal to 6/10 minus 1 minus 1/10 is 9/10. Ayan. Equals 6/10, ito yan, 6/10, ito yan, ni-reciprocal yung 10. Yung 9/10, kaya naging 10/9. Nakuha po? is equal to 6 times 10 is equal to 60. 10 times 9 is equal to 90. Lowest term is 2/3. Now, we can conclude na 0.6 is equal to 2/3. Question. Press 1 kung naintindihan. Press 2 kung question. Para maulit ni ma'am. Okay, thank you so much sa mga nagpe-press 1. So now, we can now proceed with your activity sa inyong module. Yun po yung last part ng ating discussion. Pero, pwede ko pa rin naman kayo turuan kung paano to sagutan yung activity, enrichment activity natin. In activity number 1, as easy as lang, ganito lang yan. Para madali nyo nang masagutan, bibigyan ko na kayo ng hint. Ayan. Sagutan ni ma'am yung number 1 and then susulat nyo sa papel nyo kasi yan yung ipapasa nyo sa akin. Yung number 2 to 10. So, number 1, we have A sub 1 is equal to 2 and R is equal to 7. Ang sinasabi lang po is to find the nth term. Para ma-find natin yung nth term, we will use the formula A sub n is equal to A sub 1 times R n minus 1. Remember, yan yung una-una po natin diniscuss. So, for number 1, i-kuhanin nyo lang yung mga given and then, yun na yung magiging sagot nyo. So, A sub n is equal to A sub 1 is 2 multiplied by 7 and minus 1. The answer for number 1 is as easy as this. Ayan na po yung sagot sa number 1. Nakuha yun. Ganun lang po siya kadali. Okay? Check ba? 1 ba? Nakuha ba kung paano masagot tong enrichment activity number 1? Ha? Okay, good. So, you will answer it for 5 minutes. Go, go, go. I want to see you all answering. Open your camera, please. Open your module na lang para hindi na papakita ni ma'am yung presentation niya. Ayan. Patingin nga po ng mga camera kung nagsasagot talaga. CR break. Okay, go. Open your cam. I want to see you all answering. Okay, so let's continue that later. Let's proceed dito, di-discuss ni ma'am. Okay na dito ha, alam niyo na kung paano to sagutan. Pwede na lang ipagpatuloy mamaya. For our assessment number 1, so let's try now to find the first 5 of each term of this geometric sequence and then write the answer on your separate paper. How was that? So, bibigay ulit ni ma'am yung sagot sa number 1. Meron kayong ideya kung paano yan sinasagutan. So, tingin mo na sa board. Ito yung enrichment activity. Enrichment number 1. Dito naman, assessment 1. Ayan. So, sasagutan ni ma'am yung number 1 para alam niyo kung paano sasagutan yung 2 to 5. So, number 1 is to find the first 5 terms. So, meaning, 5 terms yung hinahanap. Okay? And then, given that your A sub 1 is equal to 100 and your R is equal to 1/2. So, how would you answer that? So, proceed with our second term using this formula also, this formula. So, our first term is 100 multiplied by 1/2. Okay? And then, n minus 1 mo is 2 minus 1 or 1 lang din. So, the answer is just 1 half multiplied by 100 is 50. Okay? So, meaning, yung second term mo is 50. Ang first term mo, 100. Second term mo, 50. Third term mo ay 25. Fourth term mo ay 25 over 2. And fifth term mo is 25 over 4. Gets? Press 1 kung naintindihan. Okay. Clear and loud and clear. So the answer for your letter A, number 1, is 100, 50, 25, 25 over 2, and 25 over 4. Let's proceed with the next and so on. Just find the missing term. For our enrichment activity number 2, missing U, find the missing term of the geometric sequence, try to separate. Ayan, sagutan lang natin. Manually, kaya mo nga yan eh. 3. Anong common ratio mo dito sa number 1? 4. Kasi 12 divided by 3 is 4. So, multiply mo lang siya by 4. 48 times 4, and then multiply by 4, makukuha mo na yung 4 and 50. Easy enrichment activity number 2. Easy? Easy? Okay. Let's proceed with assessment number 2. Ganun din. Hanapin mo daw yung geometric mean. Dito, sa 16 and 18, hanapin mo yung tatlong geometric mean sa loob. So, 16, space, 81. So, dito, tatlong geometric mean din. Dito, dalawang geometric mean. Dito, one geometric mean. Dito, dalawang geometric mean. And so on. And for your enrichment activity number 3, one sum, just put it times up, add lang to, katulad nung ginawa natin kanina sa pag-compute ng finite and infinite geometric series, the sum of that. And for our assessment number 3, solve this also, separate sheet of paper. For each given geometric sequence, find the sum, ganun din, find the sum of the following terms. And lastly, is to solve this also. One answer lang ang sagot dyan. Isang number lang. Isang numero lang. And your post-assessment. Yes, you need to answer those and you need to pass that on the next.
Yung additional activities po, ma'am.
Yes, ito na nga, oh. Ito, oh, di ba? Ayan. Additional activities is also included. Okay? So, ang tanong ni Mala, alin-alin yung mga sasagutan? So, lahat ng nakikita nyo sa likod, enrichment activity, activity number 1, assessment 1, and everything, ayan, pakisagutan po yan. And yan, yung ipapasa nyo sa akin. Sa next, pasahan. Okay. Entiende? Okay, so thank you so much. That's all for today. Stop recording na lang muna ni Ma'am para maikli lang yung i-upload. Mamaya na mag-out mayroon pa akong konting announcement. I-stop ko lang. So goodbye! See you next time!